Okay, so if you don't know, a lot of loud individuals in the Spider-Man community constantly make jokes, rants, and arguments against every single Spider-Man actor and the way that they are portrayed in their respective materials. So I'm gonna be the brave soul, and I'm gonna go and defend every single argument these three Spider-Men face, and it's their most popular ones. I'm not gonna get into like all the nitpick. So I'll be starting with Toby first, then Andrew, and then ending with Tom. I hope it'll help a few of you open your eyes and at least make you think a little about these arguments and realize how damn fucking ridiculous they are when, you could do just about maybe 20-30 minutes of research. But without further ado, like I say, I've heard some dumb arguments, but this one is by far the dumbest. People like to shut on how Tobey Spider-Man never or very rarely quips, jokes, or says any line that has anything to do with comedy in his Spider-Man suit. And if you're one of these people, then I gotta say, you must relate to Matt Murdock, because you're blind as shit. I swear, anyone who has watched these movies more than twice can count all the fucking times Spider-Man quipped in these movies. Guess what? That's exactly what I did. So without further ado, here's a compilation of Tobey Spider-Man quipping.
What are you doing up there?
Staying away from you.
That's a cute outfit. Did your husband give it to you?
Cheese! Set him down, tough guy. Hey, kiddo, let mom and dad talk for a minute, will you?
I'll be here when you get back.
Not coming back, Chief. It's you who's out, Gobby. Out of your mind.
Wrong answer! Oh, great.
Here's your change!
Getting on my nerves.
I have a knack for that.
Not anymore.
Jig's up, pal.
I don't want to hurt you. Leave now.
I guess you haven't heard. I'm the sheriff around these parts.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Where do all these guys come from?
Good riddance.
That all you got? Stings, doesn't it?
Protected you in high school, now I'm gonna kick your little ass.
Look at little Goblin Jr. Gonna cry?
Looks like just in the nick of time.
A couple minutes ago wouldn't have been so bad either.
What are you...
Hang on! To what?
Hate those things.
This one actually has some merit, as Tobey Maguire was 26 years old while filming Spider-Man 1. But if you really look at a few details, it's not like it's glaringly obvious. The script said Peter was 17 to 18 in the movie, and for the most part, Tobey fit the bill perfectly. He was skinny, scrawny, pre-spider powers. He had the Lee Ditko haircut, he was naturally short to fit the nerdy aesthetic, and some of that was actually helped by his thick-rimmed glasses. And it's actually funny because more people make fun of the actor of Flash Thompson for looking old as shit. But if you actually look it up, Joe Manganiello was 24 while filming Spider-Man. So yes, this guy was older than this guy. And that really goes to show how much puberty can change you. Because when I was a freshman, there were juniors and sophomores who had beards down to their collarbone. So it really ain't hard to believe that this guy can be 18 years old. Now, I don't blame a single person for not understanding how Peter has this kind of suit when he's a broke bastard, and there are little videos on YouTube explaining, ranting, and complaining on how the hell Peter made this kick-ass suit. But what if I told you there was this in-canon explanation of how the hell the suit is possible? Others have a wrestling tailor make it, sew it, gifted from Tony Stark, but here's the explanation for Tobey's, and it actually comes from the novelization of Spider-Man 2. There's this guy on YouTube who actually made an in-canon universe timeline of the Raimiverse, and you should actually watch it because it's really good. And while I have found this novelization online, I didn't have the time to find the chapter, but basically, the Flying Dutchman from Spider-Man 1 actually had a brother who was a tailor, and after beating Bonesaw, and what I'm guessing after the scene where Peter looks at his Spider-Man drawing he made, he went to this tailor because the tailor was thankful for beating Bonesaw for his brother. So in return, Peter, in his wrestling outfit, gave him the drawings of how he wants his new suit, and he got it free of charge. The tailor actually made him two suits. The one you see in Spider-Man 1 and the one you see in Spider-Man 2 and 3. You can tell because the chest spiders are different. So after the events of Spider-Man 2, he got his suit patched up because it wasn't as beat up as Spider-Man 2, so he kept it. Now, you don't have to see the novelization as canon, but there is a definitive reason as to why and how Peter got his expensive suit. And if you have the time, I highly suggest you check out the novelization of the Raimiverse, because there are some Easter eggs that'll blow your fucking mind. Like Uncle Ben telling a young Peter his parents died in a car crash, and you know, him breaking it to him. Norman Osborn and J. Jonah Jameson having a fucking argument. Uncle Ben and Aunt May watching Peter's wrestling match on TV and making fun of the way Peter's costume looks. How MJ and Harry hit it off in the first place. Peter in Harry's apartment saying Parker and Osborn attorneys at law. And Peter having to save battling Jack Murdock in a hostage situation. To which Jack goes to a young Matt Murdock saying, "Let me tell you about the daredevil that saved your old man." Like, it sounds fan fiction, but it's real. It's fucking real. Like, that's weird and crazy shit. And it's really cool because, like, you know, there is like these like little nuances and stuff, and it's always fun to like see it, you know, like, you know, visualize it, you know, because I'm going on a nerd ramble. I'm just gonna end it, okay? Next week we'll be covering Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man and then Tom's. But thank you guys for watching, and have a good one.